Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair, on the show tonight is my mate Bridge. How are we doing, Mucker?
Can I say a big good evening to you, Ox Chair? Huge good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans that are listening in all over the world. We're through to the last 16. Well done, Rangers. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Anybody tuning in, hoping to hear the dulcet tones of JFK. He's otherwise engaged. He's okay, but he's otherwise engaged. Right, okay, I think the only way to start is to get the view from the bridge.
Good evening and welcome to A View from the Bridge. This is a wee discussion here for about our great victory last night against Antwerp, Royal Antwerp at Ibrox. Well-deserved victory. A very exciting game it was with both teams up for it. Antwerp players were a little rough on our players, I thought, at times, but that's the pressure. Morelos was at his best, causing havoc with their defenders, and his hold-up play was just brilliant tonight. He was instrumental in 4 of the 5 goals, brilliant close passing, bringing the best out of our players too. The manager made a brave decision to include some of the COVID-5, as they were known. They were on the bench for this match, and so I think they can count themselves very lucky indeed. Once again, we were able to get a few of the newer players on for a few minutes tonight and get some time and experience. They all played well and looked good. What an experience indeed for young Patterson, Zungu and Scott Wright. Well done to all of them. Absolutely brilliant. Young Parsons scored a tremendous goal within a few minutes of getting a great pass from Morelos. Just magic. We scored some good goals today, but one of them was a fantastic goal. The marvellous football played in the lead up to it, and the creation of the goal scored by Kent was just wonderful. And that was by Mr. Morelos. Right, on to the game. On 3 minutes, a headed ball from Davis in the centre circle, out to Hadji, who finds Morelos, and outright to Kamara, who passes inside to Morelos again. He finds Kent just inside the box, and he has a shot to the far post, but drags the shot just wide. Great passing there, Rangers. Hard lines, Mr. Kent. On 6 minutes, Rangers win a corner out to the right, taken by Davis, but cleared out of the defence to Kamara, who puts it wide for Davis, and again, he finds Kent on the edge of the box, who advances and gets in a good shot, which the keeper pushes past the post for another corner on the right, taken by Davis and cleared out. Hard luck there, Mr. Kent. On 8 minutes, a long ball down the right from Goldson has the defender scampering back to get the ball ahead of Hadji, who pressurises the defender, who passes the ball back out to another, his other defender, should I say, who in turn tries to pass back to the keeper, but Kent was lurking and picks his pocket and plays a lovely pass out to Morelos, who scores a great goal. 1-0 to the famous. Well played, Rangers. We're on our way. 12 minutes, it's end to end. Pace is picking up. Brilliant game so far. 16 minutes, great passing play by Rangers. Sees the ball with Hadji on the corner of the box. On the left, he runs across the box and gets in a shot, which is well covered by their keeper. On 20 minutes, Morelos goes down injured with a knock to his foot. He has to leave the field, but will continue. I think it was a wee stamp on him. 23 minutes, Rangers press high and steal the ball from Antwerp. Kent plays it out to Hadji, on to Kamara, who passes it back to Hadji on the edge of the box. He tries a shot. He tries a pass to Morelos inside the box, but it was short, intercepted and cleared. On 26 minutes, the Rangers attack is broken up by Antwerp on the edge of their box, and a counter-attack is on. They They attack down the left and get a good cross in that is met by Buta, who shoots just past our post. You need to watch what we're doing here with defence. That was a really good play by Antwerp. That was good play, and there was hard lines on Buta. On 26 minutes, and possession football by Rangers sees a lovely pass forward to Hadji, who races for the box, has a shot which the keeper saves, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. Well played, Rangers. On 31 minutes, Antwerp have good possession, playing well and are pressing high. Down our right, a probing football by Antwerp. Lukaku dances past Balogun and strides towards the box, puts in a lovely low cross, which is put into the net by Raffaello. 1-1 to the famous. By the way, that was a really good goal by Antwerp. We were just lost. The defence were lost. On 33 minutes, Antwerp still having good possession and playing well. Buta gets down our left and passes inside to Gerkens, who gets in a shot which McGregor deals with, no problem. 35 minutes, we're under a bit of pressure now. Need to get it back into it and keep possession. 36 minutes, Balogun yellow carded for a late tackle. I didn't think he actually touched him. 41 minutes, Lukaku takes Hadji out, right in front of the ref. Free kick only, no yellow card. Very lucky, Lukaku. In 44 minutes, Lukaku gets the ball out wide and heads for our box. Balogun lunges in, but misses the ball, and Lukaku advances deeper into the box. He gets in a good shot, which just wide into the side net. In 44 and a half minutes, a nice pass from Hadji down the right to Morelos, who draws the defender, Gelan, and goes past him. Something happens. I think that Gelan pulls up injured with his hamstring, and Morelos stops playing. A very sportsmanlike gesture from Morelos, which is appreciated by the ref and all the Antwerp players. The Rangers players probably think he should have played on. Personally, I'd have preferred he ran over him and scored for Rangers, but he was sporting. Half-time, 1-1. Second half starts with one change for Rangers, Balogun off and Patterson on. On the 45 minutes, a brilliant passing movement straight from a kick-off. Kent takes the kick-off pass back to Davis, who squares to Aribo, who passes back to Golson, who pushes out and finds Kamara, who in turn finds Hadji, who got a quick pass to Morelos, who sees Patterson running on his right. He plays a brilliant ball into his path, and he runs on past the defender, and he has one with the keeper, was 1-on-1 with the keeper. Get out there. He has a beautiful shot across the keeper and into the net on the far post. What a goal. 2-1 to the famous. 53 minutes. Antwerp are pressing hard. Antwerp pressing hard here for an equaliser. Rangers are standing strong. On 54 minutes, a free kick to Rangers in the middle of our half, taken by Kamara to Davis, who passes back to Golson and forward to Kamara again. Who gathers and presses on, takes on the defender and beats him easily. He's in a great square pass for Kent, who's running on, and he side foots the ball into the net. Outstanding play by Rangers and a great goal by Kent. And Morelos, absolutely wonderful play there, just wonderful. In 56 minutes, a lovely passage of play for Antwerp sees a great pass into the box where Goldson and McGregor fail to communicate correctly and end up colliding. And the forward just puts the ball into the net. 3-2 to the famous. In 60 minutes, a lovely passage of play and pressure for Rangers, and the ball gets to Kent. He takes a few strides and shoots. And to be honest, he hit the ball so high that it was like a Peter McCloy clearance from his goal line. I've got to laugh at that. That was quite good. 70 minutes, this game is wide open again. Both teams still going strong. In 78 minutes, Morelos is taken out in the box by the Marchand. Penalty awarded, taken by Borna, who lashes it into the net. 4-2 to the famous. In 90 minutes, Wright is taken out in the box by Ampoma. Penalty awarded, taken by Itten, who lashes it into the net. 5-2 to the famous. Full time, final score, 5-2 to the famous. We really worked hard to get this result. It was really good to get into the draw for the last 16. A good draw, please. Player by player. Out of 10. McGregor 7, Balogun 7, Golson 7, Helander 7, Barisic 8, Kamara 8, Davis 8, Aribo 8, Hadji 8, Morelos 10, Kent 9. And that was close to being a 10, I must admit. Possession, Rangers 43% and Antwerp 57. Shots, 13 for Rangers, 9 for Antwerp. Shots on target, 8 for Rangers, 4 for Antwerp. Corners, 4 for Rangers, 6 for Antwerp. Fouls, 11 for Rangers and 20 for Antwerp. The Brisbane says that was the most important game of the season so far and one of the hardest fought games. This game was in the balance for long periods. We were the better team in my eyes. Now that we are through to the last 16 and all the other players are so happy. We are all so happy, if not absolutely delighted, with our team's performances over this tie. Morelos' value must have risen again after his performance. Over the whole tie, best player on view. Possibly the best overall performance of his career. That was the end of a view from a bridge.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Jingle then straight into the call. What's happening here, Bridge?
Can't believe it. Superb, what I say. Go on, pal.
That was good, mate. I liked that. That was a very fair summing up of the game, mate.
I have to admit, I sat and watched the game again, and then I watched it again. And I just think that Antwerp team were a really good team. A really, really good team. So I thought we deserved to win both games. And seriously, if I think that Antwerp were good, I thought Rangers were absolutely outstanding. Seriously.
Two big stories for me then. The Alfred Morelos performance. All three, the team performance, Alfredo Morelos performance, and the Patterson story, Bridge.
Just you couldn't write that, couldn't you? Know? That's
16 seconds.
Stuff, isn't it? 16 seconds on the part. And by the way, the whole move, even from they never touched the ball. I'll tell a lie. I think maybe they touched it once, but really and truly, it doesn't look. I don't think they touched the ball really because it was back to our defenders and then straight through. And Morelos put that beautiful ball into his path. My goodness, a young lad right in there and took it. I couldn't believe it when it hit the net. I just couldn't believe it. I was ecstatic. I was shouting and bawling in there watching it on the big telly. Couldn't believe it. Loved it.
That was a good goal. I don't think it was quite as good as the third one, but it was a good goal.
Well, I think the third one was a special, wasn't it? I mean, a truly special goal. That's Kent's goal. That's just utterly magic. It's marvellous to see all these things happening, all these lovely pieces of flowing football. And Alfie done that guy so easily, just so easily. I mean, just pushing him into one side and going round him. And there is we used to have a term for that, but I'm blessed if I can remember the name yet. Skinning him's a good point. But he absolutely roasted that guy, roasted him. And what a ball he put in. Just fantastic. I have to say that is the best I've seen of Alfredo Morelos. And I obviously loved it when he's scoring goals and things like that. And to me, it's a kind of different thing. But his overall game is just so good. The bumps and grunts he took for the guys last night was exceptional. Really good player. We're lucky we'll go on.
Yeah. I enjoyed his performance. You're right. It wasn't far away for you. A couple of those passes, but God, the rest of his play was outstanding, mate. Got the first goal, which was quite a nice finish.
I thought it was a great goal. Yeah, great goal. When you think of the goals that Alfie scores and the way he scores them, he approached that goal. Kent saw him coming, knows what he wanted to do, and pushes a beautiful ball right in front of him. And Alfie at his best, he just bang, ball in the net, done. No argument. So whether the goalkeeper would be there when I'm out, he'd have put that in the net because that was just his style. Marvellous goal, really, really good goal.
Aye, had you started, it closed the boy down, and then obviously Kent, a nice bit of anticipation by Kent, and we get the goal. I thought we would have won more comfortably.
Hello?
We did win comfortably then. Oh, we've been joined by Kathy. Evening, Kathy.
Good evening, Squire.
How we doing?
Oh, absolutely fantastic. After last night's results, I can't even breathe with excitement.
All right, is that because you're speaking to me?
No, because of... no, because of the results, Squire. That was it. Do you know what? We Buff's back on form, innit?
You hear, Bridgeman? We were back on form.
We Buff. We Buff.
Oh, Buff.
Aye, no you, Bridge. You're always on form. We Buff.
We Buff.
Colombian Mayhem. He's back on form, mate.
No,
He's always on form, big stuff.
Yeah,
Buff, oh my God. And the wee Colombian Mayhem. He's just away back. He's just... See every goal last night, mate. He was involved in every goal, wasn't he?
He was involved in every goal, but it was on the park, Kathy. You're right. It was a great.
Did you see the wee guy with a hamstring?
Aye.
Oh, he's just an absolute angel, isn't he?
I think you like Morelos, Kathy.
No, but that's what they say about the Colombians, isn't it? They're touched by angels, mate.
All right. I thought that was a Colombian dust, but that's another thing, isn't it?
No, that's just wee Buff, mate. That's just wee Buff. We'll not get into that one yet, because we're online.
So, I take it you enjoyed the game, Kathy, yeah?
Oh, but honest to God, mate, it just took me to today now just to calm back down.
Rich is the same. After a good result, he has to have 3 Valium.
Honestly, my son was going back to me, is there any chance of a meal? Get to fuck, that's all I said. No.
Kathy, what's your language? There's kids listening to this.
Oh, sorry. Excuse my language.
Aye.
My son said, is there any chance of a meal? And I said, no. There isn't. There is
all right,
not.
great. Listen, the first time you phoned in, Kathy?
Aye, pal.
Aye, great to hear from you. All right, you look after yourself, all right? And
you, darling. Listen, we are the people, all the best. And who was that the night we're playing again? and the European, who is it?
Sparta Prague.
Another wee bar team, innit?
They're all right. We'll see
they're all right. They're the next one to get mongled, innit?
Cheers, Kathy. Evening, Bob J. How we doing?
How you getting on, Ox?
Aye, I'm all right.
Bob,
I'm good.
Hello.
You, Bob?
Hi, Bridgeman. All right. Great summing up as usual, pal. I so enjoyed that last night. I thought Rangers coming forward in Europe, they were astonishing. They were great. The third goal was sublime. The one-touch football was absolutely brilliant. Overall, the performance was excellent. Scored 9 goals in a European tie. God above. That was the last time a Scottish team done that. Eh? But through we are. And what do you think of the draw? Do you think the draw's favourable?
I'll give my honest opinion, Bob, and then I'll pass you to Bridge. Right, my honest opinion.
Yep.
When we were doing that last 4, I wanted Molde. I agreed with all Southside. I said the Norwegian team, maybe the lowest ranked team, I'd take them. JFK texted me, he went to Granada, so I said, right, okay, one of the two. But I'm going to be really greedy. We'll put out Sparta Prague and we'll get one of the two in the quarter final, and then that'll get us to the semis. Yeah, that's my thinking. Bridgeman.
Well, I'm really happy with the draw. I think Czechoslovakian team will be a really good, probably the same level as us, to be honest. So we've got a chance. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't tell you enough because I actually watched the draw and got somehow I got sidelined a wee bit. So I went back and replayed it, and it was absolutely marvellous to listen to. So I just think it's just something else. Here we are involved in Europe at this, shall we say, this stage of the season, and my God Almighty!
Bridgeman, did you say you watched the draw and then went back and watched the draw again?
I was watching the draw and I got distracted for some other reason. So I went back in and watched a rerun of it. That's what I did. And what do you call it? UEFA's website, you know. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. It's for me. This is an area in Europe that Rangers could excel in if everything goes right, and it's been going right. It's been going right.
So honest opinion, Bob Chair, it's a 50-50 tie.
I watched the draw today. I was so tinged with excitement. I'm a wee bit sorry that we never got one of the big English clubs, you know. I would have loved to have played Manchester United or Arsenal or Spurs, but or AC Milan even. But there you go. just to see them coming to Ibrox. But I'm happy with it. I watched that lot last night, Ox. Sparta Prague. I couldn't go on last night. Folks told me you were mobbed with collars, which is great, which is fine, which is what you want. But in the middle of the park, they've got like a Joe Aribo lookalike, and he's a very, very similar player, very good player, the boy. And the big, tall centre forward that scored the second, I think he's African. He looked not a bad player either. But the rest, very big, very strong, very organised. They're top of their league, apparently. And they know what to do. And apparently they all had a wee dance about with each other, and the fact that they drew Rangers. Well, they might not be dancing about after the tie's over. I don't know. I think we've got the player who we can go buy this team. All Leicester City could offer was the frantic running of Jamie Vardy. They were terrible. Believe me, they were. I watched the game. They were terrible. But that's their problem. We've got them, and it's a favourable draw for us, and Rangers can go buy this into the last 8. Yeah, definitely.
We've got a chance. I would say last year, if I'm being honest,
big chance.
I think last year, if I'm being honest, it was an 80-20 tie. You know, we did 20%.
That was an 80-20 tie. I mean, at the end of the day, Bayer Leverkusen they were a high quality side. I noticed they got knocked out last night. They were a high quality side. The boy Harvard, who's done nothing at Chelsea, by the way, but very good side, very good team. It's a wee bit beyond us. I don't think this tie is beyond us. I think we can go past this team. It'll not be easy. You're in the last 16, the last 16 of the Europa League. It'll not be easy, but I think Rangers have got enough to go by this team. Let's see how they cope with Alfie and Ryan Kent. Aye,
here. Anyway, we've been joined by young Darren. Evening, Darren.
Good evening, panel. Good evening, Bridgeman. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing?
Hi, Darren.
Hi, had a few family problems, so I've not been on. I've been listening, but I've been.
All right, mate. All right. Yeah,
you're okay, mate.
Keep naming yourself, Darren. Yeah. How we doing, mate? Did you get to see the game?
Aye, I got to see the game. Aye, but what a performance! I wish, obviously, I would wish for Man United or Arsenal, to come to Ibrox, because like Bob Pierre was saying, that's who I would have obviously wanted. Hopefully, we were going to get them to set as a challenge, because I think obviously we can beat anybody at this rate. You know what I mean? So it would have been good to get one of the bigger teams to see what would happen.
There's mixed emotions with that. Bob Jared, I think, in your camp when you wanted a big English team, I was happy to avoid them, mate, and happy to avoid AC Milan. Bridgeman?
Yeah, I didn't want to get AC Milan or any of the English team. That's my own personal opinion. I didn't want to get them. I think it's too soon in the tie, and let them. I've got one theory: let the big ones kick lumps at each other, and we'll pick up the whatever we can. That's just my thoughts. They knock each other out, and we can then go in there and see what we can get. And yeah, we're going to end up, if we go forward, we're going to end up beating one at least, and that's for sure. I'll look forward to it then. I think with a great run up to now, and this will be a fabulous one for us. But I don't want a team of the quality of Leverkusen or better. Personally speaking, I don't want to go through that. I thought, getting beaten by the Leverkusen, they were a great side. They were a really good side. So there was no shame in that.
Well, so when you didn't get one of your preferred teams, English teams, and I understand that, Darren, what did you think of the draw?
I thought the draw was a good offer. Obviously fancy, them. I was talking to a guy today about it. Obviously he supports our side of the city, and he went, I think he'll do them. I think he'll beat them. Obviously with the kind of guys are playing good football now, so I'm just really excited for the tie to go ahead, and I think Rangers will beat them.
Hello, I've been knocked off. I
can hear you.
Can you hear me all right, guys? I watched them last night. And again, typical Eastern European side, eh? And we've got a history of playing Eastern Europeans, like you can, like Legia Warsaw, like Poznan and stuff. They'll be tough, gritty and organised. But the Jersey went through the Eastern European test, and here's another one coming up. It'll not be easy, it'll be tough, but I think we've got the flair to make it.
Yeah.
I think they've got the flair to make it. We've got a man like Morelos at the top of his game, yeah.
You mentioned Morelos there, mate. That performance for Morelos, Bob, would you put it up with one of the finest centre forwards performances you saw in your club?
Absolutely stunning. It was absolutely outstanding. Great player, laddie. Somebody said a word with that laddie and says to him, "You settle down, play your game because you're a good job. Prove you're a good job." And he's doing it. He's doing it in Europe. I mean, he was apparently instrumental in 8 of the 9 goals against, as we all saw, against the Belgians, against Royal Antwerp.
I'm going to cut across you, Bob. I'm going to cut across you.
Yes.
We've been joined by a Will Kent voice on Rangers Radio. Who we've missed. We've been joined by Dave for Edinburgh. Evening, Dave.
Oh,
hello. Hello, lads. Hello, I've been quiet for a while.
How you doing, stranger?
All right, no bad. I wasn't well for a wee while, so... I'm fine now. I'm fine. I'm fighting back. I had a great game last night and the week before, eh?
Oh, brilliant, Dave.
Foremost, Aye. We were superb last night. Some quality goals, eh?
The third goal was an excellent goal, mate.
Oh,
excellent.
Aye, the move was brilliant. Kamara, as the boy said on the radio earlier, on 4 touches and it was in the back of the net. Kamara, Hadji, Morelos to Kent, and then bang, there you go. Take that. Brilliant. Oh, and a good wee draw the day, not too bad with that. I'm quite happy with that. Like, if you remember rightly, upstairs, the last time when I was on a while ago, I said Rangers will win the league by 15 points minimum. We'll win 2 of the 3 trophies, the domestic trophies, and I think we'll go one further in Europa League than we did last year. So possibly coming to fruition.
Aye. Oh, Dave, see, when you said that, I thought you weren't well then.
No, that's what. If you go back, that's what I said. If you record that, I definitely said that. I says I didn't think we would win all the trophies, but I said we'd possibly win 2 of the 3 and go far in the Europa League. Obviously, with the draw being kind to us as well, like, you know.
We were just discussing Morelos' performance last night.
Both games, by the way. Both games, not just last night. He was involved in 8 of the 9 goals.
Aye. Yeah.
You know? Superb.
That's good going in anybody's book. That's wonderful.
Yeah. He's put his value up. We were talking, what was it, 2-3 months ago, his value had maybe dipped. Now it's went back up to over 20 million, I say. Easily. If he keeps playing like that, easy. You could get 25, 30. But I hope he signs a new contract, to be honest with you.
Aye, so would I like me stay. Bridgeman, you've been saying for a while you feel as if he's your best player. And maybe sometimes he's not had the best of performances and the games went against him. But what you seen last night, he has developed into a right good footballer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. In my opinion, the best player at Rangers by a long way. I've been saying that for about two and a half seasons now. He's just fabulous, utterly fabulous. And you watch his performance last week and it was completely outstanding. And then last night just overshadowed everything. He wasn't on the ball all the time, but you know when the ball came up, it was nearly always going to him. And when it came to him, he hardly ever lost it. He controlled the ball and passed it. Fabulous.
Yeah. Bridgeman, he had one bad pass in the whole game. I don't know if you remember it. The big crossfield pass, and they intercepted it, and they attacked us. I don't think they scored for it or that, but they had one bad...
No, there was a couple of times on it.
Aye, they had one bad pass. It was like a 40-yard crossfield pass or something. And I remember it went straight to one of their midfielders and then they attacked us. And I was like, no, you know, thinking, please didn't score for this, Ken. But because obviously Morelos was having a good game, he was bullying them. He was bullying them all, eh? He was bullying that defence. They play 3 centre-backs. He was bullying every single one of them.
And you know what else? I thought young Kent took advantage of the way Alfie was playing. And I thought he found space where sometimes before he couldn't do that. They would knock him out in time. But
I thought Kent was excellent the first half an hour, Bridge.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's been superb the last 2 games as well in Europe, you know. Kent's been superb. I know he was taking a bit of stick for a couple of weeks there, but he's been superb, I know.
Well, I think what I'm trying to say, one of the benefits of when Alfie's on form, and Kent can link in with that on form part, you know, and it can make things happen between them. I think young Kent is just outstanding, and I gave him a 9 in my summing up, and I was very close to a 10. I gave Morelos definitely a 10. If I could have, I'd give him 11 or 12. You know, he's just fantastic.
First, we came back, Dave. We've had a lot of messages through on all our platforms, mate, saying great to hear you back, and everybody's hoping that you're fighting fit, mate, and it wasn't nothing too serious.
No, it was nothing serious. It just wasn't well. I'm diabetic, so it was to do with that. It was to do with that.
Oh, Bridge, pass these sweeties out here. Don't give him any.
I'm not allowed them. I'll get my sweetie in May when we lost 55.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Good to hear the support by this side of the fourth, Davey.
Right, Darren. We're talking about Morelos there, but who else shone for you last night, Darren?
I think it was just a good team performance. And I think, you know, watching the game, you know, every single pass obviously got to a Rangers player. I just think it was a real team performance. And when he came on, there was far too many to pick, mate. You could be here all night. It was a really good team performance. I just liked the way Rangers came out right for the throat, right for the start. I was a wee bit cagey to start with. I thought it was, you know, that 1 goal lead, you know. Obviously at Ibrox, you know, we're good at Ibrox, but I just thought a wee bit, and then when I watched it, I was just like, what am I watching? You know, it was just a good team performance last night, so there was far too many to pick to, you know, in my opinion.
Can I give a wee shout out for Patterson? What a second half that boy had.
I'm going to be honest with you, after 16 seconds, I didn't think he'd done a lot.
No, he was superb. I tell you what, he defended. His defending was, for 19 years old, his defending is, he's like a veteran, you know.
He closed down that Lukaku, didn't he?
He stopped. He stopped Lukaku because Lukaku was making mincemeat Balogun in the first half, but he wasn't making mincemeat Patterson.
You've got a guy who plays.
Well, one at a time, or you'll all get that. Does that include you, Bridge? Nobody's too big now.
But I thought Patterson was brilliant in the second half, apart from his goal as well, but he was brilliant as well.
Yeah, but Bridgeman, what a story. You couldn't make it up, could you?
If you wrote that, people would think they're mental, you know. But seriously, for the boy, you get nothing but. I was one of the guys that said maybe they shouldn't play him again until next season or something like that, because the SFA, I actually thought he would have been banned now by the SFA. But there you go. I think wonderful decision by our manager to bring him back onto the bench and get the use of him. And my goodness, what a great decision. The young lad came on, and you never missed Balogun at all. It's as if Balogun had just been replaced by a better player. That's what it was like. His boy plays right back, and he played like a right back. My God, did he run up the wings? Great.
The thing that pleased me, Bob Ger, was the way the team celebrated after the boy got the goal, which showed a bit of affection towards the lad.
Oh, yeah. Aye, absolutely. I mean, we all think that lad is going to be a quality player. We know already is. But he proved, like Big Dave says there, which he proved, he had a great game. And I was really pleased to see him back. I didn't want all this controversy about this, that, and the next thing. All right, it's extenuating times that we live in. We know that. And they made a silly mistake, and they admitted to it. But, fine, the club's dealt with it, and that's it. And on we go. And I was actually pleased to see Zungu coming on as well. We didn't want that. We just want Rangers to function well and do well, and everybody to get on with it. People make mistakes in life. They made their mistake. They've been punished. That's it, and it's all come to the good. And like you, I thought he'd done nothing for 15 seconds. Great for the laddie. Absolutely brilliant.
Believe it, man.
And you could see the emotion in the laddie's face when he scored, what it meant to him. What it meant to us all. So that's all to the good, eh? What a season we're having, boys.
Darren, before we go to Alex, Darren, can you come, mate?
I going on with the Patterson. I think Mr. Jenner to the lid in his ear saying, "Well, you need to play out your skin here, or you're off." And that's what you've done. And he's got his goal.
All right, mate. All right. We've been joined by Alex Fabershaw. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening, Oxford, Bridgeman, Bob, Jer, Big Dave, and Darren. How are we all doing, lads?
Good evening. All right.
Well, hi, Alex. Are you doing well?
I'm doing fine, Bridgeman. Thank you. Superb performance last night, eh?
Here. We make a shirt. Is that a nice Charles number you're wearing? One of the Charles Twinklet? Is it Twinklet shirts you've got on there, Alex? He was signing a new partnership with somebody else. That James Ridgrove, every week he's signing us up new deals, Alex, isn't he?
Nah, it's a Puma, what do you call it, tracksuit top I've got on.
You're rid of that, mate. Smart yourself up, you know what I mean?
No, Friday night, I'll just let myself go, you know what I mean?
Molten brown hand gel. And his Paul Bertha, he's brown molten.
All right. Oh, terrific times in there. What a performance, as I said. Yeah. Alfred Morelos, man. What a game he had. The three front guys were unbelievable. I honestly thought they started Scott Arfield. That's what I said at the beginning. I thought they played on it, but there you go. Wee Hadji. For to make the third goal, the wee pass in that. Fantastic. Great performance. And you look at the pitch isn't in great shape, but they still managed to play some right good football on it. Both teams, as a matter of fact. But that was a great result. And we've got a good draw as well. As I say, it could go either way, that, playing this Sparta Prague. It's not a gimme, but we've got a good chance. It's
Slavia Prague, by the way.
Slavia Prague. Beg your pardon.
I don't know if it's Prague.
Sparta Prague put them out. Oh, but they're out the
cup. They put Celtic out. That's right. Ah, well. I watched a bit of their game last night against Leicester City and that, you know. Big, strong team in that, so we've got a good chance. Everybody, other teams in that, you know.
Wasn't it?
I scored 2 good goals
last night.
Aye, two good goals. So, we're in for a right good video. A good tie. It could go either way. But it's given us a right good chance. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. I would have fancied our chances against Leicester anyway, you know.
Well, to be quite truthful, Brendan Rodgers he's not got a great record in Europe. Let's be quite truthful. He's a Celtic and also
he's played 5 home and away ties, mate, and lost them all in Europe.
Well, there you go then. That's what I'm saying. So you're not taking on half of him. Never let nothing there, but it could have been a lot harder what we could have drawn that. So we've got a really good chance of getting it in the last 8. As I say, we'll get the league sewn up in the next couple of weeks. And that'll get ready for
Here's one for you, Alex. In the last year, including Braga and Royal Antwerp, we've won more knockout ties in Europe than Celtic have since 2003.
Unbelievable, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
What's sorry, Oxford, what's Gerrard's record now? Is it 41 or 42 games in Europe he's played now?
Was it? When they played the first game, 8 qualifies and 6 in the group, 14, then 8 qualified, 6 in the group, then 4. And that was 18, so that's 32. We played 9 this year, innit? And then another 2 is 11. So 43 games in Europe, mate. He's lost 5.
And only lost 5.
Aye.
It's like a full season, isn't it? A league over a full league season, isn't it? Really.
Aye, brilliant, mate.
What a record, eh?
You think back, I mean, the Germans beat us convincingly home and away, so that's 2 of them. We lost in Austria trying to go for the win. We lost the last minute goal against Young Boys.
Young Boys, that's right.
No, that was a draw. That was a draw.
No.
We lost in Vienna, pushing for the win. Young Boys, and then in Russia, where we were robbed.
Spartak Moscow, wasn't it? Was it Spartak Moscow?
I think so, one of the Moscow teams, aye.
Defended poorly that night, boys.
See, another thing upstairs, that team last night it played, I think with Kamara and Davis and Aribo in the midfield, I think it gives us more going forward with that front 3 and all. It's like, it's only Davis that sort of sits back, and then you've got the 5 attacking. But with Jack and Arfield, when they were in the team, I think we were a wee bit more solid defensively, although we were still good going forward, if you don't get what I mean. But that team last night, there's more goals in that team, do you know what I mean?
Different players bring us different things to them.
Aye, there's more goals in it, but we tend to look a wee goal or two, because you've not got Jack there or Arfield, do you know what I mean?
I think he different things. I mean, I think they'd be the first to admit, Bridgman and Darren, that they're different kinds of players, Jack and Arfield, for maybe a Rebo and Kamara.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They give you more going forward, whereas they give you more at the back.
Aye, Bridgman.
I think Arfield is a great asset for us, and so is Ryan Jack, obviously. But one is injured, and the other's just come back from injury. So my expectations of them aren't going to be great. But my goodness gracious, they give you things when they're fit, and that's when we want them. We want them when they're fit. And we've got another week. How long have we got to go before we play them? 11th of March. 11th of March. So is that a fortnight away, something like that?
A week on Wednesday or Thursday, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. So it's a fortnight. It's a fortnight for now, roughly. So I think that Arfield's a smashing player for us, and if we can get Ryan Jack back, he gives us that additional stuff. He's got a lot more strength in midfield. Because as we step up to the next level, we're going to meet teams, something of the quality of that last mob we played at that level, Leverkusen. And we need our strongest, I don't mean strongest player-wise, we need our strongest physically as well. They need to be strong, because these guys can play football and they can push.
Darren, obviously, Aribo and Kamara, they're smashing players, but they're different to Jack and Arfield, so you get different things, eh?
Yeah, we definitely need Jack, and obviously, that they two fit. But they're different players. But just the Rangers, obviously, the way they play and the way you pass that ball at the park's just phenomenal. It's just good to watch, you know what I mean? And I am looking really forward to it. I think we can go one step further in this Europa League.
I hope you're right.
Obviously, get the league wrapped up, and then obviously I think we can go a step further. Is what I'm thinking.
Listen, mate, if we could get through this time, we did get Molde or Granada, mate, we'd be favourites. So you never know where it'll take you. Cup football's funny,
Obviously, with people coming to Ibrox, they'll be like, oh, we don't want to play Rangers. They've got a good record at Ibrox, so there'll be teams now thinking, oh, look at Rangers. You know what I mean? They're unbeaten at Ibrox. You know what I mean?
Here, Alex.
Yeah, they're going to a lot of teams knocked out in the next round. Big teams, so if they manage to get by this, who knows? It's a knockout then. It's just who you get on the night or over the 2 games. You give me a right good shout. I just don't want to be too overconfident, what would you call it, because of Drew this team, because it'll be right hard couple of ties in that. But, sorry.
Can I approach you there, pal, just for a second? That's really interesting what you're saying. Like yourself, like your good self, and like me, I had a look at that team last night. Just a quick opinion, do you think we can go by them?
I do, honestly do. I'll be right good tie. I'll be right 2 good ties, Bob.
Yeah. Like I described to the boy in the middle of the park, the Joe Aribo lookalike, looked not a bad player, and the big centre forward. He looked at him and scored the second goal. It was a good strike for the boy. I thought Leicester were terrible, by the way.
They just align the fast ball going through for Vardy and that, wasn't it?
All they were about was a frantic run on a Vardy, but I thought Rangers were superior to the two of them, and I think, well, no vastly superior to that team. I thought they were vastly superior to Leicester. I'm not being honest with you. So I think Rangers have got a right good chance of going through this tie here. And as Ox says, you maybe get Grenada or Mulder, you never know how near you can get. I'm going to sign out.
Are you off, Bob, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm going to sign out. Great discussion, brilliant, great performance. What a good place to dinner.
Great to have Dave.
Have a good night, guys. Oh, it's fantastic to hear him. What a support for this side of the Forth. You got to have us Eastern guys on here.
All right, Bob, Jeff. Speak to you soon.
You're all right. Hey, you keep good, Davey. I'm glad you're all right, son. Good to hear from you again.
All right, mate.
All right, mate. Bye-bye now.
Speak to you later. Bye.
Bye, Bob.
I think we've got a chance of getting through this tie, I know. But we've got to guard for complacency, eh?
Aye, mate. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I've not watched them, Alex. I've not watched them, Dave. I've not watched them, Darren. But what I've read about them, I think it's a 50-50 tie. You know, where I thought we were always favourites to beat Antwerp. Alex?
Yeah, you're 100% right. Don't get me wrong. Morelos, what do you call it? The front three Rangers players ran them out last night. They'll definitely give this team problems, especially Morelos. So as I say, we're in a right good chance here over the two games in that. I've seen their bit, what do you call it, the comment they made, they were on the plane and that, and they were cheering when they drew Rangers and they were on that. Deep inside, they'll not be too happy. They're going to Ibrox. Because on the day, Rangers could beat any of them. So just when we get the league wrapped up within the next couple of weeks, we can really concentrate on this and get all the right players for each, what do you call it, tactical awareness what he's going to do in each game, whether it's bringing back Ryan Jack, Scott Arfield, and go with Aribo and all that. But he's got the tactics 100% at the moment. Every game has been fantastic to watch. So it'll be a right good match. As I say, right good ties. And we'll take it from there.
Yeah, and the revenue's important, Darren. Money's important.
I think it'll be obviously good for the club. Imagine we got to the last 8. You know, it's really good for the club. And Gerard's done a really good job. Same with the background staff, same with everybody involved in the club now. It's just turned it right round. And it's just really good to watch. For obviously for Rangers, obviously for the manager's perspective. You know what I mean? He's getting everybody's talking about him. You know, everywhere. Obviously. The way he's done with the club, but the first game in the Europa League is away when we play this other mob, innit?
Aye,
yeah,
aye, it's away, aye.
Aye, the first game's away. Obviously that's a tough one, innit? It's just to obviously the away leg first, you know what I mean? And then back.
Aye, you prefer to be away first anyway, though, mate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Aye, well, kind of round the thing where you prefer to be away and then obviously bring it back to Ibrox, you know what I mean? But bring back a wee 1-0 back to Ibrox and then, you know, obviously on the night Rangers can beat anybody at Ibrox, you know.
I'm sure they're all supporters on.
I think
we'll not be allowed to travel, mate. That's the problem.
That's right.
You know.
The home supporters allowed in, I believe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many thousand they get in there.
Aye.
We'll pay them to come in and fill the stadium.
By the way, Big Dave, sum up what kind of job Gerard's done for us, particularly in Europe.
I was just thinking that he's what a man, eh? What a man. I should get him signed up for a bit longer as well. I know he's there till 2024 guaranteed, but I would pull out all the stops and get him to sign a new, even longer contract, you know, another 5 years, maybe even extended. Like for now, I mean, 5 year, no 5 year on top of 2024. But if I get a new 5-year deal to him, give him what he bloody wants, you know what I mean? Because we could dominate for the next 5 years, if you know, especially if they were across the city didn't get it right anyway. You know what I mean? They've got a building job to do themselves. So we could be dominating for the next, especially with Gerard at the helm, you know what I mean? Because he knows what he's doing. Certainly knows what, and he knows our player. You know what I mean? And we're only getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And you're talking about maybe getting past this mob. We're a right good seat. We're a right good side. We're a proper team now. Do you know what I mean? Watch Rangers. Everybody watching Rangers play. You hear them talking on the telly, BT Sport after it. They're impressed with Rangers. Don't worry about that. We're a right good side. When we show it, when we perform, and like last night and the week before, we just need to cut out the wee mistakes at the back. A couple of wee goals leaking at the back there, but we've got goals all over that team.
Yeah, and you come, Bridge.
Yeah, I've heard them saying that we are a really good team. We see it ourselves, but at the same time, one of the boys said a wee bit earlier, we have to be realistic too. These teams we're coming up against are in that this is the last 16 of a whole continent, you know, games, you know. So it's really good. And I mean, I just want our team to do well, but I don't want to think we're better than everybody. We're a good team. Make no mistake, we're a good team. But these teams we're going to come up against, some of them are going to be a bit better than us, so we have to be realistic and accept that. But let's go.
Aye, Bridgeman. Maybe I'm not talking about the Man Uniteds and all that. I'm talking about the teams that we're drawing with now. We're as good as them, if no better.
I'm getting there, mate. We've been joined by Graham.
Agree with that.
Evening, Graham. Evening, Graham. Oh, there's no ways. We're a good side. Alex?
Oh, we certainly can hold our own. We've beat some right class teams. Porto, well, Benfica over the 2 games. They never beat us. Feyenoord. So when you look, we can certainly mix it with these teams. Just what you call it, mistakes. You can't afford to make mistakes now at this level of football because you'll get punished. That's the thing. And we lost a few goals there. As I say, the 3 over, what do you call it, over in Belgium. Then you lost 2 there. Then you lost 3 to Benfica. The defence was a wee bit unsteady there for a bit. That's why I thought they played Scott Arfield at the beginning of the game to try and tighten up the midfield. But then again, what do I know about football and that? Because there he goes. He played Aribo, and then he put Hadji up front. And the 3 guys up front were absolutely fantastic. But it'll take the full squad to keep it going. Young Patterson, God's sake, he came on there, you couldn't believe it. Was it 13 or 16 seconds and he scores a goal? Unbelievable. Because Big Balogun was getting a kind of rough time in the first half. Although he done all right, but you could see the wing.
They were targeting them, weren't they? They were coming down that
side. That's what it was, box there. So they brought the boy on and the boy he took control of our air because he can defend as well, that laddie.
Pace,
definitely.
Pace. I think Graham has joined us. Are you with us, Graham? Come on.
He's got his phone on silent.
Come on, Graham.
Come on, Graham.
Nanu. Mark, Colin Mindy.
Oh, sir, see when Morelos scored the first goal. We're all sitting watching the game. My dog's called Alfie. Right? So, Christ almighty. So when the next thing when he scores, we're all shouting Alfie. The dog went bananas, man. Honest to God. Oh, it was priceless. It was worth watching. Oh, he just went into orbit.
You think everybody was jumping up to take him out? Here, Alfie. Alfie.
I checked out a thing for you, what do you call it, the other night there, Alec Kelly was on about Jimmy Bell retiring or something.
Aye,
he's not retiring. I found out, what do you call it, the football team we're on, one of his family members is pal of one of the boys, and they were like, that's not happening, Alex, so it'll not be happening this year.
Listen, it looks like a guy who enjoys his job and is thankful for the job he's got to do as long as you enjoy it, eh?
Oh, aye. I think it was on one of the forums that he was retiring. I think that's why Alex maybe picked it up. But he's not retiring this year. He's been here a lot of years. Wee Doddy was there.
Aye. Wee Doddy.
Aye, there you go.
That takes me back, mate.
That takes you back.
He could score some good goals, him, Doddy. He scored a couple of really good goals.
Doddy the kit man.
Oh, the kit man. All right, okay.
Hi, how you? Hi, it's Graham. Hi, it's Graham speaking.
Where have you been, Graham? Where have you been, mate?
He's on Mars. He's a long way away.
No. I just wish I was at Ibrox last night, but I just kept looking up at my seat and going, I miss your seat. I know I sat up at Copeland here, and
there are nutters up there, nutters.
No, there's a couple of good boys for Larkhall sit behind me. I'm originally for Easterhouse, and I'm a quite a sensible boy, to be truthful.
Oh, Easterhouse, I never met one.
One of the bad boys for Easterhouse. Oh my God.
I know sometimes I travel sometimes on the Wellhouse True Blues bus. It's my pals that run it, and I've just got my 55 T-shirt for the bus, and I'll be wearing that when we lift the trophy for our 55. And but I just wanted to come on and say I'm just really loving your show. It's my pal Scott that let me know about it, and just be. But just again, like last night, like I know I don't want to bring. I don't like talking about that other side of the city, but like when you're just coming on and you're hearing these other radio shows, like I call it a comedy show, listening to them Muppets, and but like watching what they were saying, oh, that's a pub team, Rangers are playing, blah blah blah, and I thought that team looked really good last night. They created more chances, they've scored more goals against us than the full SPL have managed to do this season. Nearly, obviously, the last couple of goals that's happened this season. But then again, the last time when I called in, I praised Alfredo. I says, unbelievable. The wee guy again last night, magic, and it was just good listening to him doing a live interview as well. And the first thing he speaks about is the fans and stuff. And if you remember, you were spot on about it as well. And just talking about, I said about wee Hadji, and I just like the manoeuvres he does and the skill that he's got. And just that turn last night for that wonderful goal that the big boy for Edinburgh was talking about, the couple of touches and moves and stuff like that. I just thought was just fantastic. And then just I just think like Europe's just like a free show for us now. Do you know what I mean? Like normally, like I would be like, oh no, we've got this European match before we meet them at the Tatty Dome, and we'd be panicking and all this. You know what I mean? But you know what? I think what I said that the last time when I called in, even Rangers have got 2 games coming up, like playing like midweek and then the Saturday or Sunday. I think we play as a better team, we're like a unit. And if you and the last wee bit I'm going to point out is, granted that I think Alfredo's is like a week. It's like a clogged wheel. I think Rangers. I think when Alfredo's in there, it just all works like a unit. But if you do pick on it as well, I think that's 19 scorers we've had this season. You know what I mean? You can't beat that.
Patterson was Patterson the 19 scorer, was he?
Aye, something like that. Aye. But you're right about Morelos. The team seems a bit, he's contributing all over the park. Well, he's bringing everybody else all over the park into the game, as well as he's not scoring as many goals, but he's involved in all the goals as well.
If you were cogging your team out, Graham, would Morelos be the biggest wheel for you?
Well, his wee tummy at the start of the year was kind of like a big wheel to him, because it felt as if he was pulling a fridge freezer behind him. You know what I mean? And but then just last night when he knocked the ball past that boy, and the guy just jogged back because he was like, I'm not catching him. And then just the manoeuvres to get the ball right to Kent, it was as if you done me a favour for the first goal, I'm giving you the favour back. And then I obviously went down in instalments for the penalty, but he used VAR. You know what I mean? His right toe got kicked, so we got him back on that one. And I thought it was good with the boy for Aberdeen, the boy came on, and I thought when he's running, like normally like somebody comes on, they're like, I better pass the ball back and do the sensible move. No, it was brilliant. He just came charging right down, and he just cut right inside, and I just thought, brilliant, man. That's total team environment. What you heard Barisic say, give it a body hitting, and then that gives it a bit of confidence.
Well said, Graham. Well said, mate. Listen, Graham, what's your mate's name? Scott, give him a shout out.
Oh, my pal Scott, man. It's Scott Irvin. He's a cracking guy, and he's like that too. I just phoned him before, and I was out playing golf and stuff today, and I phoned him a day, and he's like, I'm going to phone. He listens to the phone and user go, and he works in the railway and stuff like that.
Right.
But he's like, I'm just going to sit and watch the German football and put my earphones in and get Rangers radio on. And I said, I'm going to do the same as well, man. And I was like, brilliant. It's just a patter, and it's just good. It's all positive stuff, and it's all opinions that we bring on. We're not dead against the team, and it's good humour, and it's all about us, isn't it?
Yeah. Listen, get yourself a mute with your phones. We're going to have a tune.
Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. Well, the legends come and the legends go, but Rangers live on just the same. For a new one's born when the blue shirts won, and we all remember their name. We are the legendary Rangers. We wear the legendary blue. Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. And there is no doubt what we're all about when we face the world and say, bring it on some more, 'cause you know for sure that we don't do walk away. We don't do walk away. We are the legendary Rangers. We wear the legendary blue. Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through. We are the legendary Rangers. We wear the legendary blue. Today, forever and for always, we are Rangers through and through.
I don't know why, Bridgman. That one always reminds me of a cowboy and Indian film where the cavalry come.
That's exactly what it's like, isn't it? It's marching. No, I'm not marching. We are Rangers through and through. Brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant.
All right, can I just give a shout out to Big Stevie? I spoke to him today. He's feeling a wee bit better. Just let everybody know, obviously, he's been tested positive for COVID-19. Not the first time he's ever tested positive for anything, but it was a bit of a shock. And obviously, he's worried about his own family as well. But so far, so good. They're all right. And the big man's, I think he was going to, when I spoke to him, he was off a rolling bacon and a rolling totty Scotland, Bridgman, so he's definitely feeling better.
He's feeling better after that lot, eh?
Aye. And also,
Oxford, you guys must have had your jabs now because you're over 70.
Wait a minute, Dave. Wait a minute. It's good to have you back, but you've no changed a bit.
I knew you were going to say that.
A shocker, that boy, Dave. Shocker.
Right, just a wee shout out. We got the photographs sent to us for young Maddox. The little boy over by in Belfast who lost his, on Saturday lost his mother. So we've got him the Rangers gear and we're going to get them posted on Facebook. And when you see the wee boy, you'll show what a picture, what a wee boy looks like. And we're glad to support everybody here at Rangers Radio. Anyway, Dave.
Brilliant. Well done, Oxford.
It's no me, mate. It's the patrons of Rangers Radio. They buy these strips to support the club and we give them to kids that are maybe less well fortunate than myself, Alex. So it's no me, mate. It's the people.
Yeah, I heard the way they call it a wee bit more, the Berlin Loyal and that.
Aye.
And all the best to Big Stevie as well.
Aye, all the best as well, aye.
Right, Bob.
Aye, all the best.
Right, Dave, see if we get a word in now. We'll be joined by Amanda.
Listen, you cheeky lot, you're just pushing it. Hey,
no chance now.
No,
what was that?
Just on the, his singing's getting better. Bridgman's getting better at the singing.
I'll spare you my singing skills because they're non-existent. Anyway, I was just phoning to say about the draw for the next round.
Yeah,
I think that's quite. Oh, aye. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm quite pleased with that. It could have been a lot tougher. It could have been a hell of a lot tougher. But I think we stand a good chance of getting through that draw, that round as well. You know, it's quite a favourable draw. But I just a big shout out to Big Stevie. Hope he's on the mend soon. But no, I think it's a good draw. I do think it's a favourable draw for us. I mean, you seen it last night. The determination of that team is just it's a fight to the end attitude we've got in it. We don't tend. Well, the difference between now and 2 seasons ago is we would have gave up. You know, we would have lost 8 games, but the difference is we're fighting for every ball.
Excuse me.
They're fighting for each other. They're fighting for each other. You can see that on the park, eh?
Mm-hmm. Aye. Every ball. We're committed to every ball. Okay, there was a 1-year incident last night with Golston and McGregor, but I mean, I think they were waiting in the offside flag for that one, weren't they? When they kind of stopped. You know how when McGregor and Golston clashed together? I think he was actually offside when he went for the ball, but I mean, I don't know if it was.
I think they just get caught. The boys thought the game was done. Colston, wee bit of lapse in concentration, and the boy made a good run on him. But I think that's what happened there. I don't know what you think, Alex. Just that classic. You went 3-1 up. You think the game's done, and within a minute, the other team have scored.
That's exactly. That's when you're more vulnerable, isn't it? You've just scored, then they just got the part and score. I was going to ask you a simple thing in that. What's your take on the sportsmanship of Morelos last night? How did you feel about it?
Me, right, okay, right, well, right, okay.
I wasn't happy.
I wouldn't have done it when I was playing.
No, I wasn't happy either.
But I'm going to say, it's done the wee man the world a good. The publicity he's getting all over the world is unbelievable, Alex, you know? So maybe...
What would you do if he'd done it against Celtic?
Well, this is the thing I was talking about. Imagine, right, we're playing the next round, Europa, the second leg at Ibrox, and he's going right through. The same thing happens, and it's at nothing each. You know, you're like that. I will say, you get a lot of good plaudits, right? Even that, believe it or not, that Chris Sutton, the first thing he's ever said anything positive about Rangers, did say something about it. And the only time it was never ever mentioned, this is true, Talk Sport, the full lot, everybody's talked about it. I agree with Bridgeman here. See that BBC? They never even mentioned it one bit the night on the news. Because I said to my wife, watch this, and that's the only thing. Never even mentioned one thing about it.
They're poison. They're poison and toxic.
You're right.
Ali, what have you done?
100%.
You've started them now. Right, Amanda, back you come, in you come.
I agree though. I think they are poison. I really do. I think the BBC is putrid. I really do. I definitely do. And look at all the years the crap they've caused us for a start, and a certain person, we all know who it is, but we're not going to say the name, you know what I mean, that started spouting all the garbage he was spouting about Rangers, telling lies about the club and what they were doing and what they weren't doing, and you know, and I do think the BBC, even, I mean, sport, you never hear them mention, oh, that was great play by Morelos, or that was fantastic play by Golston, what a ball for, you know, it's Rangers won again and that was it, you know, not even a bit of passion about it, you know. I do agree, I definitely do think they're a bit poisonous, you know, but again, it's not a new issue, is it? It's been going on for years, and it's probably not going to resolve itself in 10 seconds, is it, really?
Right, okay, part that one. Right, see what you've done there, Alex.
I need to go now, I've got to stay ahead.
I feel angry in there, doesn't it?
I can recommend a vodka and coke for that one, but there you go.
What kind of vodka? What kind of vodka?
Oh, it's got to be Blue Deer vodka. I don't drink, you can tell I don't drink, can you?
Imagine her on the drink, Alex.
Oh, I'm even worse when I'm on it. I'm even louder. I can assure you. But anyway, listen, I'm going to go and let more callers get in, okay? Have a good night, Bridgeman, Oscar, and the rest of the panel. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, then.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Would you make her shy lassie, Darren, isn't she?
Aye, good lassie. Aye. Just going to log out. But before I go, God, best wishes to Stephen, and well done, Ranger Radio, for obviously donating, obviously, for the wee boy. If I heard that right.
Somebody donated it through us, mate, to the wee boy, yeah.
Aye, good. It's a great wee show. Obviously, I don't know. Obviously, the guy that's on that's just obviously came back. Obviously, the night.
Big Dave, one of our characters.
Big Dave, I'm fairly a new caller, Dave, but as I say, it's good to hear you back.
Thanks.
Rangers Radio is a good wee show. As I say, I'm going to sign it, but thanks again, Rangers Radio, for taking my call, and stay safe and speak to you soon.
Cheers, Dan.
Come back soon, pal. Come back soon.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye, mate. See you later, mate.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Right, okay. Right, Graham.
Aye.
You're obviously a wee bit younger, like myself. So, what did you think of the Patterson getting on the bench last night, and then the Patterson story getting on the pitch, 16 seconds he scores?
Yeah, well, for me, like, it's just like, just for talking sake, I work with 4 other guys, and we say, right, Mum will pop back to my house to watch a Rangers game. I'm allowed to go to work with them and stuff like that, and I just think they were all young, and then obviously when he was younger as well, maybe he's just got pals with 1 or 2 people, maybe he's got, like, it's a bit like workforces, you get a connection with certain ones and stuff, and obviously I don't know the full ins and depths of it and stuff like that. And maybe, like, especially nowadays, like, everybody's a news reporter. You know what I mean? And anybody, like, car accidents and stuff like that, there's cameras, everything, and anybody's doing something stupid, you've got your phone out, your camera, you're want to catch it, and you know what I mean? And all of a sudden you're this big superstar because you've reported a story, and obviously rumours and stuff going about. It was a Celtic fan delivery driver that's dropped a pizza off and lassies and blah blah blah. But as Alan McCoy said, he's a silly boy, and McCoy was right. If they then went back into the club, and then it could have been cast. I'll go with catastrophe. You know what I mean? As that Tommy Sheridan would have said, it would have been a catastrophe. But if he came in and then boom, you know what I mean? The full, I know. Sorry, I just love noising that rocket up. And I'll fill you in my story in a minute about him, what I done to him, because a cracker, by the way. So with that, you know what I mean? If he went in and then boom, I would maybe I destroyed our chances, and not getting the 55, but destroyed our chances of getting games and stuff like that now going through. But to me, you know what I mean? I've then got to go to Martindale over at Livingston, and he's been given another chance. And I think, I think what Gerrard done was a masterclass. You know what I mean? Like, he showed up that side that Lukaku was destroying Balogun, and Balogun was jumping in. He was like a centre half playing centre forward. You know what I mean? It was all over the shop, and they targeted him and stuff like that. No. And he just showed that up. But see, coming on and doing that, and hello,
Graham.
Oops, hello, you got me there?
You still there, Graham?
Aye, I'm still here.
I think it's Oxchair that's dropped out.
I'm here.
Oh, here he is now. Okay.
Aye, we can still hear you.
Aye.
Oh, sorry, I thought you couldn't hear me there. No, but see, for him coming on and see that goal, when you look at it, that goalkeeper caused the angle and stuff, and when you see it from behind the goal, it just gets it right in there. You know what I mean? And you could just see Gerrard's face, and brilliant when Gerrard slapped him in the back of the head when he's walking off the pitch. So to me, it's forgive and forget, and it's your actions you do today, and it's actions you do now, and it's actions you do moving forward. You know what I mean? Tell me when none of yous have done a bad mistake.
Well, me, Dave, Bridgeman, and Alex, we're all quiet boys. Every one of us, mate.
I haven't made any mistakes at all. I can't remember any mistakes ever.
You ever seen the film Angels with Dirty Faces?
Can I tell you the noise up I done it? Tommy Sheridan.
Liam, well said.
I go now.
I was going to a Rangers game, and it was a European match. Way back in the days where we used to get into the Champions League all the time, and I go into the town, and I met a couple of other boys in the Feaster House, and we were drinking in a pub just in Queen Street Station, and then Tommy Sheridan comes off the train, and he's got his suntan. And I'm 6'3", 6'4", shaved head and all that. No get any chibs or nothing on me. I'm only joking. I don't look. I'm making myself sound as if I'm a big loon ball looking guy, but I'm just a big quiet person. But I've got a loud voice, and I just started singing "Suntan Tommy, Suntan Sun," and then all the Rangers fans all started joining in. There was about 20 all singing it to him. Oh man, honestly, he just wanted the full platform. He just to eat him up. He was just on there with his big stupid suntan. Oh man, honestly. But these are the days we're going to look forward to. You know what I mean? It's like, honestly, my only great issue is that we just keep going further forward, and we're letting that other side of the city get the chance of Champions League. I think we should get the choice of who we want to go. We should go. We should go get to Livingston.
56% Scotland's points we've earned, and we've not even get 5 years total yet, Alex.
I know, unbelievable record, isn't it?
Aye.
Oh, unbelievable. Stevie Gerrard, what the?
Upstairs.
Come on.
Sorry, can I?
Let Alex finish, then we'll get.
All right, okay. Just while I remember, it's on my brain.
All
right, I just would call it a fantastic record.
Your brain, on you go, mate.
He's grabbed the full of Scottish football with an egg and took us up there. Especially Rangers Football Club. Amazing. Amazing manager, background staff. Everybody's involved in the club. And the support, as I say, is unbelievable. And we deserve the luck that we've got now for what we've had for the last 9-10 years. As I say, this is your time. And just keep it going. All this, you're hearing stories about feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them one bit, for what they've put us through. That's how I look at it. This is your time. This is your time, also.
You're here.
We've been joined by Thomas. Evening, Thomas.
Evening, guys. How you doing?
Good evening. Hi, Thomas.
How you doing, guys? Right, Morelos' performance last night. Absolutely. That's the best game I've seen him play this season. Even one goal, best performance, him and Kent. Absolutely outstanding. I'll say the same with the full team, but the two stood out for me, they two.
Man, did last
night. There was the football. Some of the football they played was absolutely breathtaking. I'm really happy to say that for the 9 years that we went through. All yours guys can. We can talk up Rangers now at last.
You hear Will
said
Thomas, and you come, Bridge.
Really going through it.
No, Thomas is saying a lot of sense there. There's coming a day. I don't want to be speaking about them now, but there's coming a day when we do win the league, and I'm waiting till it's 100% sure, and then we can just open our mouth and we can say what we want. But until that time, I'm keeping my own counsel. I don't want to be going about and saying anything about them at all. I just want to wait to see and then say, look at this, who are we? Who are you?
Thomas was talking about Morelos and Kent. You know, been listening.
No, I was talking about people talking about the Rangers and them across the side. So, Morelos and Kent, I don't know. I've given Morelos 10 out of 10 for last night. Kent 9 out of 10.
Yep.
I can't give them any higher than that. I think he was just utterly outstanding. That's the best I've seen Morelos play for Rangers at any time. Just absolutely wonderful. What an exhibition. What an exhibition he put on. Amazing. Amazing. and Kent right behind
him. Yeah, Dave, in you come, mate.
Aye, I agree with all that. No, while I remember, I was just, if we go through the next round, right, and the 2 Ukrainian teams get knocked out, is it automatic Champions League group stages next season?
Can I take the 5th on that, mate? I don't know.
That's what I've been reading.
I don't
know. There's like 0.25 of a point in it. But they entered five teams, we entered 4. So we only got 1 left, they still got 2. But I keep reading this coefficient thing. If we go further than them, you know how we're being the qualifiers as it stands now, but if we go further than them and they get knocked out, obviously 2 of them qualified, we're wanting one of them to get knocked out at least before the 16th. But we're in the group stages of the Champions League next season.
Well, maybe there is something for us to play as this competition goes, that you can have a right good go to it, we can go deep in it. But listen, we just have to do, but you can't get past this Sparta, Slavia, Prague, you know, so...
Right, and they both got quite hard ties. I know one of them got Roma, and the other young got, was it Villarreal or something like that?
Aye. They're all hard ties, mate. There's no, just some slightly, maybe on paper easier. You're playing against decent sides now.
But how good would it be not to go through the qualifiers, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, mate, they would be suicidal. But a great point for Graham. All these coefficients and all the points that Rangers have earned and nobody. They should be the whole of Scottish football should be thanking us, Alex.
Correct. You should be down there bowing for Stevie Gerrard, the fellow Scottish football, for what he's done. He's pulled us right out of the mire. The fellow Scotland and all. What's he got to say, Alex? My brother stays out in Australia. Right. He's been on and listened to it. He loves the show. Absolutely fantastic. Poor Davey. I'm just going to sign out now, Oxer, or other people, what do you call it, come in and get a wee blare. I'd like to thank you and Bridgeman for letting us back on again.
Not at all, mate.
Look after yourself, Big Dave. Look after yourself, buddy.
No bother, mate. Cheers.
Well, Dave.
Take care, big man.
Cheers. I'm going to sign off as well, Oxer, all right? And I'll phone back. I'll phone back in a couple of days or so, okay?
Aye, it was great to hear.
Aye, you let someone else get in as well, all right?
We have missed you, big man.
Aye, I'll definitely phone back in the next few days.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Cheers, guys. Bye.
We're getting awful friendly on here, Bridgeman, aren't we?
We are indeed, boy. We are indeed. We deserve it, but because we're nice guys.
Aye.
Well,
you're a gentleman, mate. A gentleman. I was good to hear Big Dave back, and I hope good that he's over his wee illness, mate. You know.
Yeah, you don't want to hear anybody that's not well, do you? You don't want to hear that.
Not at all.
But we see when you told us a Big Stevie was eating sort of 4 sausages and tatty scones and goodness as well that's enough. You know he's well coming back on the mend. You could tan that stuff. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Right, Thomas, a great point to make.
Aye, and actually just another one, right? See, even last night after the VAR, you was convinced of that? Are you totally convinced?
I don't think there was a lot of controversy in the game last night. I think they checked the 2 penalties, and that was it. And then
no, side one. Sorry.
I thought their first goal was offside, but then when I seen it again, he played it slightly back to him. So
I came backwards.
All right. It was probably the angle I seen it. It was probably when I was watching it, and then I doubt the camera was that good.
When I first seen it, I thought it was offside. But I generally did.
Right, okay.
You got the head of the ball. Right, okay. The head of the ball.
Right. I wasn't sure.
But it didn't matter ultimately, did it? It didn't matter.
Sorry, I meant to say behind the ball, of course.
Just slightly.
No, I kind of know what you mean. I knew you mean.
When the first time I seen it, I thought it was offside as well. I must admit.
Right, that's what I thought.
You know, but I don't think there was a lot of. I don't think there was a lot of controversy in the game. I don't know, but you did, Graham. It was quite a straightforward game for the referee, wasn't it?
Well, I thought the referee was good, and I would come on with what the other guy was pointing out there. I thought he was spot on. It was like, I didn't think the camera angle was good and stuff like that, and I generally did think it was offside. But supposedly with this VAR, they've got different cameras and all this stuff and things. But I mean, like for us, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I pointed out earlier on. I thought we got him back on that wee toe stub that Davis done, and then obviously with Alfredo, he kind of went down in stages, but he did get kicked. You know what I mean? But for me, I agree with yours as well. You know what I mean? The scores for the players, Alfredo definitely a 10 and Kent a 9, and they two are actually in the Europa League Team of the Week. They two are actually picked for it.
Who was that? So Kent and Morelos?
Both Kent and Morelos. And the player they voted was that Dele Alli for Tottenham as a player of the obviously the rounds, because he had more assists and scored a better goal. You know what I mean? But if you look at Alfie's, he had done obviously good shots and stuff. But can I just come to I watched the draw today, and honestly, man, I was like, I'm sitting and I'm watching it, and I was getting further and further for the chair to the end, because I was honestly, I was like a fat bird waiting in Greg's opening after lockdown. I mean, I'm just like that. I'm just sitting there and I'm looking. I'm going, oh man, when are we getting drawn? And then, when we came out, yeah, beauty, man. And I mean, and do you know what?
I've got a grocery game. We'll be joined by Philip. Evening, Philip.
Evening, Bears.
How we doing, mate?
Big guy.
It's just to say, Bob Jer is on. When we're looking at European qualifications,
you're very quiet, Philip. We can't hear you.
When you're looking at European qualification, you have to miss out a season. So last year's results affect the 21-22 season. This year's results automatic qualification is for 22-23. So next year has already been set in stone based on last year's results. So next season it's 2 teams from Scotland at 2 different qualifying levels. If Rangers secure 11th place for Scotland this season, it will not be next season, but the 22-23 season that Scotland get an automatic place.
All right, mate, all right. And what happens, I know maybe we next team here, if we go and win it, we get right into the Champions League.
Yes, that's right. We get not only into the Champions League, but we'd be pot 1.
Right. Would you, as winners in pot 1 series, would we?
Yes, the Champions League winners and the Europa League winners are automatically seeded 1.
I'm not saying that we're going to win it, Graham. Sorry, Philip, but you can dream, man.
Well, we can only hope and go one more stage than Manchester.
Yeah. And what did you think of last night's performance, mate?
I thought we were excellent. Going forward, we were just unstoppable. I think that probably left spaces at the back, and we probably missed Ryan Jack to shore up the defensive midfield position. But I'd rather win 5-2 than watch a 1-0 SPL game.
It was a real game of football, mate, wasn't it?
No.
Well, that's why European football is so good to watch, because the other teams don't come and play a low block. They actually have a go. They want to try and win the game. Apart from Celtic games, that's European and Celtic games only games where teams actually try to open up and play football and let us play.
Yeah, well said. It was a real game of football, Thomas. It
really, really was. It was a fantastic game. Barney Bates game's enjoyable. Even though the 2 legs, when you just one, but see the two of them are just Oh my God! And you're going right one goal, and you're even thinking after the first goal, you're thinking right, this was quite comfortable. No, they scored. Then they scored. Then scored again. Then they scored, and you're thinking they're back in it again. But it ended up. As that guy just said there, it just ended up just having. It's a European game, and we went for it. We didn't defend. We didn't even defend. And Gerrard said even before even the two ties, he went, "I'm going for it." He went, "I'm not defending. We're going for the game." And even being ahead with a away leg and then coming back to Ibrox again, he still went for it. And a lot of managers would have tried to defend that or kind of go right. We'll go that away goal. We'll kind of hold back. No, did nothing. And that was how. And I always say. Rangers get a lot of penalties. Rangers get a lot of penalties because we're attacking. We're attacking club. We're an attacking team now. So and we're going to attack them. And this is how, to me, I don't know what you guys think. This is how we are getting so many penalties because we are an attacking team now.
Well said, mate. You get in the box, you're trickly, you'll get penalty kicks. Bridgeman,
that's it.
Thomas has raised the penalty kick. The boy, right? Every time I see him, I'm thinking, this boy's got something fast, direct, working hard, and I'm buying into Scott Wright.
Yeah, me too. I think he's a smashing wee player. I'd like to see him getting a wee bit longer on the pitch, maybe a half an hour. So that might happen between now and the end of the season. But he played very well last night. Was involved some good passing moves. And that run he ran, he got into the box. It was just wonderful. And the guy couldn't do anything else but pull him down, truth be told.
Yeah.
And I loved it when Big Eddie took the penalty. Just great. Great to watch. Brilliant. Just smashed it. Brilliant.
Philip, the boy Scott Wright. We've not seen that much of him, but what I've seen I've quite liked.
Yeah, he seems to be bedding in and getting better each game comes along.
This is the first time you phoned in, Philip, yeah?
Yeah, I've been listening to the show for about 2.5 years or so, since the days of Ulster Bear.
Oh, big Ulster. We missed the big man, mate. What a gentleman he was. Big Ulster. Had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of times, and he never disappointed. What a gentleman. Yeah. Graham, Scott Wright, your views?
I remember, obviously, I checked in your wee Facebook chat, and it was something I pointed out. I was just you kind of were looking at what I was saying, and I say I think the best thing that Gerrard's done is obviously drop Kent for that half a game, and he's come out and it set him on fire. And I was saying I'd maybe drop Kent for the Dundee United game because I wanted him fresh for this one coming up, and I was wanting Wright in there. But and the reason for that was it's good just to see a bit of freshness, and it was maybe just to give Kent that wee bit of kick up the backside again. But for what you are saying, I agree with you. He's hard working, he's direct, and that's what I was pointing out earlier on. Like he's his movement going forward, but see if you revert back and like. I was born in the late 70s and stuff like that, and my hero was Davy Cooper, and I remember going to games and my dad dragging me to Ibrox and stuff, and when I was away, you know what I mean, and well, not dragging me, but I was born a Rangers fan, and you know what I mean, and taking me, and then it's like you're away, you know what I mean, and it's like I'd rather play with Lego, and I'd rather get to Scott Brown to eat, you know what I mean. But see that, like I remember going to Ibrox and like it was like 6,000 fans and all that, and I was going, Dad, I don't want to sit in the brown seats and all that, you know what I mean, and I want to sit in the orange ones or the blue ones, and my dad's like, you need to watch this guy Ted, but Big McMahon, and he would beat 4 people and then go back and give them a ball back and stuff, but if you revert back to Rangers, we're a team of wingers, you know what I mean, like. The other teams could rabbit on about one winger. We've just had constant wingers. You know what I mean? And I remember reading an interview, and I was when Dick Advocat came and he got wee McCann, and people were like, McCann gives a ball away and he files it in, and it was like a cracking interview for McCann. And I loved wee Rod Wallace, man, honestly, man, just being in the stands, bouncing about. And and when he scored the goal, the one he scored at the Tatty Dome with 9 minutes to go, I was, honestly, I nearly fell off the tap, tear up, man. It was brilliant. But see, like, McCann, his wording was, he says, Wallace told me, hit the ball in early, he says, when the defenders aren't looking for it. He says, and I just meet it correctly. And what I mean, and come on, honestly, I fell down 10 stairs when he done that boom across in Lovencrans with a header thing. Know what I mean? And that's what the reason I'm bringing that up is I think he's going to be like a wee Neil McCann type guy. One of the wee skillful guys, direct and brilliant. And what do you think? Sorry for saying some of the things I'm saying, but it's just... I'm trying to...
Never apologise to him. Never apologise for being yourself, mate. Nothing wrong with that.
No, but just... what do you think then?
McCann, he's pacey. He might even be faster than McCann. I don't know what you think, Bridge.
But I would say that certainly they're at least equal. But I think Wright slightly quicker. But I thought McCann could move. They're definitely fast people.
McCann
and all the things the boy was saying there about the passes into the box and Lovencrans said and I just these were wonderful memories. Great games and we had good players. McCann was there. But by the way, can I just say I wish McCann all the best. I believe he's taken over Inverness Thistle.
Yeah, definitely. I like him.
I just like to wish him all the best. He's always got something. It's always something good to say about Rangers when he's doing his punditry. So I'm happy with that. He's not a hater.
He'll be missed on our TV. He's been excellent on it. Excellent.
Absolutely brilliant. Yes, absolutely.
I think people like him. Right. Okay.
Somebody was telling us that Lovencrans is full time with the BBC now.
Don't know, mate. I don't know that, but you know talking to him then, eh?
By the way, that you were trying to put me on him, aren't Shocker, you.
Oh dear. You like that one, Thomas, eh?
Brilliant.
It's a good one.
Don't mention him on here. One night
I like Big Graham's comments. See Big Graham, just listen to him there. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
What we find on here, guys like Graham. Graham's on a couple
and it is to find somebody like a big 6'4" guy or whatever it is, a baldy easy guy, or he's brilliant. I think he's part of it, but absolutely, that's the kind of guys you like to meet in the football.
We might have somebody coming on the show on Monday who might dwarf Graham. There you go. There's a wee snippet for you.
Oh, right.
Oh, good.
We might dwarf you, Graham.
You get what call you, Graham?
Graham, he would call you wee Graham.
I know. I've got a big pal, Paul, and he's 6'7". He's a good Rangers fan as well. He worked at the STV. I'll maybe try and get him to call in, or maybe I could go on his shoulders and we could go and meet that other guy then.
After Monday, you can tell me if you want to. You would want to meet him. I'll tell you, but it's coming. We'll announce it on Sunday. If somebody coming to join us. We've got a couple of announcements coming up. A lot of good things happening on the show with people getting involved there. But it's the guys like Graham phoning in with the Passionate Club. Phil's come in. We were talking about the qualifying for the Champions League, and he's answered my question. For the Bat Bridge, man, eh?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's brilliant. I just love all these things. I love everything about Rangers Radio, you know that. And the callers are just great, and the way they handle it, and some of them swear a lot, I must admit, But
when?
No, like I've got into trouble with 3 times.
That's what I'm saying, on fear of punishment.
Most Protestants, you don't have to tell them twice.
Is it cool if I just come in with a wee point now?
Aye, on you go, Graham.
Right. So see if you just revert back, right, and it's like obviously, as what I'm always taught is like when you're driving, you look through the front windscreen, right, and that's how you look forward. But sometimes it's always good to look in the back mirror because it's good to see where you've came from, right? And honestly, man, I was there. I was up and down Stenhouse Muir, all these places and all that, queuing up for a pie and a tea and all that, one stone, and next to even Rangers subs, know what I mean, that were actually going to the pie stall that you were going to and stuff, know what I mean, and then we're watching Kashinya and all that, standing in a bush, and I remember being in that pub, man, and I was drinking, and obviously I ended up getting, and I know a good state because we get put out with that progress and stuff. Know what I mean? And then when Gerrard came in, we know what I mean? I think we started that off in the start up the very first qualifier playing against UEFA's cleaners. Know what I mean? And it was like it was like 20 teams before you even got to the qualifying stage. You know what I mean? And then you look at it. It's like, oh no, we've got Porto. Oh God, man, how are we going to deal with that? Boom, we beat them. You know what I mean? Oh, we get Braga 2-0 down. Boom, what do we do? That stands are up and we're singing, we're backing the team, we're going for it. Hadji's all going crazy, we're going for it. You know what I mean? Look back on the memories we've got. We look at teams and we're going, oh God, man. But then that's how the confidence, you know what I mean? Even when I looked at that UEFA, they spoke about young boys, they spoke about this, they spoke about that. Did they speak about Rangers? No. Because nobody even has got that. That's just a daft wee Scottish team. They'll no do nothing. I bet you teams will be sitting. You know what I mean? There you go. Benfica and all that. You know what I mean? Benfica hadn't even lost a game in Europe and we're 3-1 up. And that's just doing to stupidity for us trying to go ahead for more goals. Because that's what he's built into them, and he's taught them game management. You know what I mean? And then even looking at the two games, that BT have got that as a first game, they're going, wow, look at this. This is a game, an action-packed boom game and all this. And then you think, oh God, we're going to get our act together. Boom, we get the first goal, and we end up with another 7 goals. So anybody, and honestly, I bet you every team is like that. Let's hope we don't get Rangers. No, you know what I mean? So look for where we've came to, and look where we're going. And I mean, I'm sitting there and I'm going, man, geez, Man United, geez, AC Milan, give me them, because I've got no fear of them. And you know what? Where he's got us to, we're just going. I would go down and just start and clap that team, and just go, well done for everything you have done, and see for this lockdown how good I've felt. You know what I mean? I feel as if I'm going to get an.
Graham, I've got my button Monday.
Oh, sorry, I just. No, but just what do you think then?
What you're saying is how he's took us, the journey he's took us, how good a team we are. Philip,
done great.
Sorry,
when you come, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable where we've come in the last 2.5 years. You know, looking at players that we have now compared to the days of Dalcio and and all these guys that would never try a leg, never put any energy into the jersey or anything.
We'll be joined by Brian. Evening, Brian.
Hey there, I'm out walking the dog. I just want to clarify one thing quickly about the Champions League spot that your previous caller missed. He's absolutely correct that next year was when it will kick in, but the thing he's missing is that if the winner this year gets a league spot, so if they get a Champions League spot from their home league, that spot will drop down to us and we will get direct qualification. So that's why this is really important. So we need to go further than the Ukrainian teams.
The Ukrainian teams. Oh, there you go, Phil.
Yeah, and the last time that it didn't drop down was Chelsea, like way back when. So like it's very much likely that whoever wins the Champions League this year will also get a league spot, and then that spot will drop to us. So that's why it's so important. Anyway, just want to add that. I'm out with the dog, so I'll let you go.
All right, cheers.
But that's why it's super important.
So what you're saying,
Thank you. Cheers.
Before you go, Brian,
yeah.
Before you go, so what you're saying is if we stop the English League just now, if Man City won it, we would get in. But if Liverpool would have won it...
Yes.
Yeah, I get your
then
point.
We wouldn't.
All right, I get
Right,
it.
so if the team that wins it gets a home spot, as in a home league spot, that spot will drop down to us. And as long as we're above the Ukrainian teams, so it's super important that we finish above the Ukrainian teams. And if we stay in our 11th position, we'll get that spot dropped down to us.
All right, mate. Enjoy your dogging. I mean, enjoy walking the dogs.
Yeah, thank you. See you later on, guys. Enjoying the show, by the way. Listening to it on my dog walk. Cheers, see you later.
Yeah, buddy.
There you go, Bridge. People watch you while they're walking listen to you while they're walking their dog, Bridge.
There used to be quite a lot of doggers on this show.
There you go.
By the way, of course, that gives the people a chance to sort of go out and take their dog out for a wee walk and do what they do. Just listening to the show, it's just fantastic.
Yeah,
as long as they can pick it up, that's the main thing.
As long as Brian's not lifting his leg when he gets to the lamppost, we're all right.
That's correct.
So, Philip, that puts a wee bit of different flavour on it. He said you're 90% right, but there's a 10% possibility we could still get in if things go our way, yeah?
No, I think it's still the season after next.
Right. He agreed with that point you made, but said that there's still be 1 point depending who wins it, depending who wins the Champions League.
Yeah, if we win 56 next year and there isn't a top 4 or 5 country team that wins it and doesn't qualify through their own league.
Rich, phone.
So mine.
It was.
I just put it up. Oh, no, maybe I didn't. Sorry. Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. I was talking to you earlier, too. Thanks, Evans.
I know you're ping.
Go on, pal. I know you're ring, aye.
Aye, well, hopefully it works out for us. And first and foremost, we've got to do the business, Graham, haven't we?
I agree, so. But see, the thing is, no, I mean, it's a different strategy how we come out, and for us, like, you know what I mean, like last night I watched it, and I kind of think sometimes before it takes Rangers like sometimes 20 minutes to get into a game, and we were magic for the 20 minutes, and then they then started working an angle on about us. So let's see what this team holds. But that big striker they've got looks like a different class player, and he scored a cracking goal. So let's see how we work with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Aye, but look, I'll put it there. If we play well, we'll go through. But we've got to play well to go through. Bridgeman?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the chances there, it's a fantastic opportunity for us. In a couple of weeks' time when we play them, we've got to be ready for it and be ready for them. And we really need to be ready. I mean, 100% ready. Because that last team we played, as I say, at Leverkusen, they were a brilliant team. And we need to be better than we were against them. Not that we were bad against them, but we need to be better than we were and see how we go on. Because it's you're now at shall we say, a nitty-gritty stage of it. I think it's all a business end. It's a business end. So I want to get into the next round again, and it'd be fabulous for our club. Further we go, the better it gets for our club. How much did we get for that getting through to the last 16? Is that another £1 million or something?
An extra 1.2 million on top of what we've done so far, mate.
And do we get extra money for wins? Every win a bonus or something like that?
I think it's qualification once you get the knockout stages, Bridget.
Okay.
I think I made a falsehood last week, but I wouldn't say either 100%. I've never took the time to go and read UEFA's website, but it's all good revenue for the club, mate.
Absolutely. TV money is different as well. Like, so see if you get an English club or a Spanish club or an Italian club, you get bigger TV money as well. So sometimes that can, obviously that comes into the agenda, you know what I mean? But obviously, you know what I mean? It's like, I think we work as a unit, and see when we do our one touch, 2 touch football, you know what I mean? And definitely I watched it last night, and Leicester didn't play as good as what they can play, but obviously it comes to what you're saying as well, which I totally agree with. It's what Rangers do. You know what I mean? If there you go, there's 2 Rangers strikers put in the Europa League team. You know what I mean? And as long as we can shore it up at the back, because like we can make mistakes in the SPL, but see in Europe when it gets to the bigger stages, boom, that's sure you're done. You seen that with Benfica, you seen that with that team last night. You know what I mean? So it's just shutting that shop up. But see, if I'm going to be winning 5-2 or 4-3 every game, I'll take it all day long.
You hear me? A real game of football.
I think we've improved, guys. I think we've improved. We're talking about the Leverkusen game, right? I think we've totally improved, and we were well beat by them. But I think we've improved for last season. We're playing maybe a unit, we're playing maybe a team, and it showed because we're going to win 55.
Remember in the Leverkusen game, with the greatest respect to the boy, the home tie, when it was lost, Big Edmondson played and gave I think it was a penalty, wasn't it?
Aye.
You know,
and then the third goal they scored as well, just dinked into the back corner. You know what I mean? That was like a wonder goal.
What was the boy?
Can you imagine think we've improved?
The American boy gave it away in midfield. We're a wee bit light. Our squad's a lot better now. You're right, Tam. We have improved. We've improved.
As a definitely, team, I agree, Tom.
But we've also improved our squad. You know, hopefully we can get to this game, Bridgeman, with no more injuries, mate.
I don't want any more injuries. That's for sure. We can go a long way. Concentrate, do our business. I'm confident. Our manager is super confident as well, and I'm quite sure he'll do the setting up that's required. And when we get there, he'll turn in and say, if we don't, then we're going to be beaten by a better team. That's probably what he would say, and so it should be, because we don't want to be getting beaten by a worse team. So we need to step up right, because we are the Rangers. We need to get there.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Yes or no? I know it's a long time away. The tie's a long time away. Are we getting through to the last 8? Phil?
I think we will get through, but probably like 3-2 in aggregate.
Okay, Thomas?
100%.
Oh, I love that.
We'll get through.
Graham?
Yes, definitely.
Bridgeman?
Well, I don't know about definitely, but I think we'll go through. I'm not quite as confident as the other guys. I'm not quite as confident because I realise I mean, you know, you just realise there are certain levels of football, and we're trying to probe into the next level up. And there's 15 other teams in there. I'm sure there's 3 of them roughly our level, maybe 4 of them, and the rest are all a higher level. And we need to get through that, fight our way, and every now and again you need the luck. And if we get the luck, fantastic, we're through.
Yeah, that's what it could come down to, mate. A bit of luck. You need a bit of luck, Graham.
Yeah, but I'll just come back to what the previous comment was there. So, is Benfica the same stage as us? No, but we drew with them. Is Porto the same stage as us? No, we beat them. Was Braga the same stage as us? No, but we beat them. I just think we're like people. Just there's individuals and there's a unit and a team, and I think that's what Rangers are. We're a total team, because you've seen the one clog that wasn't right with us last night, which your manager notices straight away. Boom, Patterson in, Balogun out. There you go. It works differently. You know what I mean? And that's what I think. You've got a squad, and it's like, and with Gerrard, that's what I was talking about last week. It was I tried to come in, and it was Robbie Fowler, and Gerrard said, "Listen," he says, I go in, he says, and I've got my coaches and they train the team. He says, see if I'm coming in and I'm training the team, they're going to be like, I don't want to listen to this guy's voice anymore. He's got it working as a unit as well. And it's a squad, it's a team, it's an environment, and he's planting that on their head.
Well said, John Graham. Well
said. Exactly.
Well, gentlemen, you'll not believe this. Bridgeman, we've reached that time in the evening.
Time?
What a pity.
But Graham, I need to add you to Facebook. I want to add that big guy. I need to get him on Facebook.
Just type in my name's. I'm alright to say my surname.
No, don't put that out there, mate. Don't
do an internet, pal. Please.
No, that's cool.
That's cool. I'll need to try and get you. Where is your fay? Just tell me where your fay.
I'm originally for Easterhouse.
And Easterhouse, yeah.
Leave him his name, mate. He's not back to put all his personal details out here. Bridgeman, we've reached out.
Yeah, by the way, everybody, marvellous night. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great patter. And everybody done well. And a great night after last night. Just brilliant. And the boys were all up for it. And they're up for it still. And we've got 4 or 5 days rest. So I hope it goes well. Rest well, boys, because you're going to need it. You've got a couple of mountains to climb. So can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is, please, just please, see us through to the end. See us through at the end of the season and win the league. Get us 55. So everybody, keep it going for Rangers, because the Rangers really need us. Keep it going.
Here.
Can I thank one of the callers tonight phoned in? I think there's too many to mention. Oh, here we go. Amanda, Kathy, Alec, Brian, Darren, Davey, Dave, Graham, Thomas, and Phil. And obviously, Brian came in, he's mentioned. Thanks to every one of you, particularly the guys that have phoned in for the first time. And it was great to hear from Big Graham. And also Big Dave back on the mending.
Well, man.
Rangers do not Ibrox is the place, and we will follow in the championship race. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. It's true, the magic boys in blue are the best team in the land. You've got to queue and govern to get a ticket for the stand. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We've spent a lot of money on great players, yes, that's true. But the Rangers fans deserve the best from the boys in royal blue. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. The story, it was dismal, full of gloom. Now we're building an extension for the Ibrox trophy room. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. In Europe we'll be travelling by land and sea and plane. The teddy bears have got the bears and we're on the march again. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all.